Da 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 da. Yeah, Queen and Elizabeth, please don't sue us for doing that song. It's kind of relevant considering that love and war go hand in hand in this particular episode. Oh, yeah, since we're gonna read manga, okay, like final volume of My Hero Academia. Okay, he basically becomes Will Stronghold. Done.
I don't care what people say. I say that the ending of My Hero actually was pretty good. Be as it may. Not to mention, given the circumstances that we had in terms of the mangaka who was writing it. I mean, right now, I don't know what's going on, but I always say it's the fans because they want it out so quickly and so fast that work fatigue is a thing in Japan, people. I have seen it. I have seen it firsthand. I saw people sleeping on the streets in full suits.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what was going on. And, talking to police officers, and they're like, oh, no, that's just, and I'm like, I had a police officer literally explain to me that, yeah, well, the thing is that, it's already past midnight. And that the trains have already stopped for the night. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of these people work and they can't afford a hotel or anything like that, and they're not allowed to stay. So they basically, and that's why we patrol. We keep them. So pretty much you're telling me that the work environment here is like ridiculous. People complain about like an hour overtime or whatever. I don't mind doing it myself, but can you imagine working from like 6 a.m. all the way to midnight? And like, oh yeah, no, everything shut down. You don't have enough money to get a place to stay for the night. So what you're gonna do is find a safe spot near the police box or something, or by a police station or somewhere public that the police are gonna try to keep you safe from unruly delinquent. That's the same thing with mangaka, right? With manga and mangaka right now. The creator of One Piece, Ichiro Oda, is actually taking an emergency break. The creator of My Hero Academia was suffering from massive work fatigue, and even
the less I say about Togashi, the better.
And Togashi, that's just something that he was born with and has dealt with his whole life. It's a really again how people want to shit on his work and shit on Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. But given that that's a story of actual inspiration, given what we know that he's going through, and the fact that his influence, what mangaka do you know that has like, okay, Hunter x Hunter started in like 93? People want to say One Piece is too long. I'm like, Hunter x Hunter's been going on since forever.
Well, to be fair, Hunter x Hunter has fewer chapters / episodes. I know. But it's just that the runtime from publication of the first chapter to the last chapter is longer than One Piece, but it's mostly because of hiatus. I mean, you could say the same thing about Kamen Rider versus Super Sentai, where like Kamen Rider's older, it's been on TV for a longer period of time, but it still has fewer episodes than Super Sentai because it went on a 4-year hiatus, a 2-year hiatus, then a 5-year hiatus, then an 11-year hiatus, while Super Sentai has been basically ongoing minus 1 or 2 years, literally at the start of its run. And Ultraman takes that to the next level because they're even older than Kamen Rider, and they still have fewer episodes.
Well, the point is I'm trying to make is that, again, with Togashi, that's more of a physical thing that he has done, like he has dealt with. And if you look at the story, it has changed significantly. But of course, with Oda, with even like Kubo and Kishimoto, along, even the late great Ishinomori Sensei. They went through that, where it's like the constant work and making it a thing. It's like, again, it's like people want the fans more so in the West want to complain like that's not how I thought My Hero was gonna end or how Fairy Tail was gonna end. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I legitimately believed, like, again, reading it from beginning all the way to end, I'm like, I don't know what you were expecting. Really. I'm like, no, okay. All right. So that's it. It's done. It's the same thing, like, even with Inuyasha. You know how many people I knew, like, were huge, massive fans of Inuyasha, and just, like, they hated the ending. Like, completely. I know someone that got all their mangas and got rid of them because they hated the ending. I was like, what did you expect? Did you expect some grand, like, Vegeta versus Goku battle in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, of, like, of that happening? Did you expect, like, I don't know, like the battle of the Dark Tournament with Yusuke and Toguro? No.
It's Inuyasha. It's more shoujo than it is shonen.
It's Inuyasha. It's like it's Nana. It's Inuyasha. It's Fruits Basket. It's Love Hina. It's Chobits.
It's shoujo, dude. Shoujo. It's like you don't need. It's not the jump. It's the beat.
Well, I mean, even with Jump, it's like, okay, people were actually mad at how Naruto ended. I'm like,
bro, I remember people wanted to do what's it called? Wanted to do like a crowdfund or like one of those online petitions that Kishimoto make an alternate ending where Naruto ends up with Sakura. I'm like, did you not read that one chapter where Sakura is like, Naruto, you don't have to keep your promise.
Yeah,
it's you I'm in love with, and Naruto's like,
why are you lying? Why are you lying?
Why are you lying?
Yeah, I literally remember that, and I remember, again, I was a huge defender of Sakura for, like, as long as the story went on. I was a huge defender of her.
Yeah, it's I know some people love that one panel where Sasuke called Sakura annoying and then runs his arm through her abdomen. But the thing is, that's a genjutsu.
Yeah,
that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
That kind of messed her up. Like, yeah, he wanted to do that to you, but he
yeah. But the thing is,
he's giving you the if you follow me, and then shoots, but he misses.
Yeah, and but Naruto straight up for real, no genjutsu, no mind control, no illusion dimension. Straight up said, like, Skiza, shut up, quit lying.
The whole thing with that is why, like, again, and I defended Sakura until it was actually confirmed that she married that bum and then had a child with him. At that point, I walked away. I'm like, no. And everyone's like, wait, you defended her against Naruto. You defended her against, like, Ino. You defended her against Tsunade. You defended her, like, this is what, like, why? Because it's one of my things, okay? Why? I mean, she's a good girl. She's a nice girl. She's a sweet girl.
There's a line in the sand. She crossed it.
She is, I know, I could say, yeah, she was annoying at some points, but the fact that you're telling me that every red flag that this guy gave, she still was like, I want to birth his babies. And I even said, Sasuke should have fucking died. He's a bitch. He doesn't know anything. He's indecisive. Every fucking arc, he's flipping. And everything that he knows that he has in his arsenal, he didn't train for it. He was given it. And I will stand on that shit. Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, everyone, they trained to get that powerful, to get to where they are. Sasuke, again,
he was born that way.
He was given it. He was given it. Why? Because he uses his little fucking eyes. And no, I'm not blaming the Sharingan here. I'm not. Okay, he literally copied the lightning strike from Kakashi. He tweaked it. He took what he was gonna die with Itachi. He was. And yet Itachi
honestly, his fight with Itachi is probably the only W I would give him because no, because not because of the Kirin Jutsu itself, but how he came to the conclusion of how to use the Kirin Jutsu. I only have enough chakra for one fireball jutsu. Instead of using it to actually make a fireball, I'm going to use it to create a meteorological anomaly. Not the Kirin itself. Just shooting the fireball to the sky part. That's the only W I'm gonna give him. Okay, freaking Lines Farage. He stole that from Rock Lee. High key. Chidori. He ripped that off from Kakashi.
I'll say that. Everyone wants to say how Sasuke was the GOAT. He was not.
He was never.
He was not. He was not. He was never. He should have died.
Maybe. Maybe.
You know who is and no one respects them is Guy Sensei and Lee. Seriously, if Sasuke fought against them, he would have died regardless. That's the thing, and that's why I do not defend Sakura anymore because of that. It's you still, even to this day, that's why I'm wow. But again, point is about mangas, especially referring to again the big three, which was again One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, and then now going into again, I'm actually going to be surprised how people react to the ending of Demon Slayer. If they're reacting to My Hero, how it ended, I'm what did you guys expect out of this? Not to mention, I give the props to my man, a man that I admire, Tai Kubo Sensei, who literally, and it's online, he said, if you don't like it, don't read it, don't watch it. And if you think you got something better than me, then go ahead and make your own story, make your own comic. I'll read it, then I can say what I think about it. But don't be looking at me and put it and projecting. And a lot of mangakas actually agreed with Kubo. Kubo had the stone to tell the fans, it's listen, I wrote the story, I made the story, I made the characters.
With the intent of them being the way they became.
The way it is. Now, again, outside forces be damned, whether it be publishing or the editors or whatever. Again, the whole Arrancar thing, the whole Hueco Mundo thing, he never planned that. That was just something that his editor was no, keep expanding, keep going. And it's we just got a rehash of the Soul Society, but the quote-unquote dark version of it. It's and then it's okay, but then you see the Quincy's and the
honestly, my favorite part of the my favorite part of Hueco Mundo is actually a two-part filler episode, where Rukia ends up inside the Los Menos forest.
Yeah, no, that I think Kubo had something to do with that. But again, it's again, it isn't now. If they were to re-release Bleach, update the animation and everything like that, it would be Kai, but Kubo would have more of an input on the arc itself. He'd be no, we don't need this, we don't need that. Yeah, let's focus on this, because he did say that some fillers that they did were yo, that's good. I like that. But again, the fandom can work these people too much that it's scary, because we don't want anything to happen to these people. We don't, because of what happens when we do lose them and they haven't finished the story. That sucks.
I think Gintama explains it best in that one episode with the two lines.
Yeah. No, but he was talking about filler. He was talking about there's the main story, and there's the anime and the manga, and of course the manga is the backbone, the Bible, the God, and then the anime, depending if it catches up, starts doing this whole. It's basically the 10 freeway between the 15 up to the 5 or to the 405 in LA. Like you take the 10, that's a straight line. But if you want to go the other route, it's like or the roundabout. I'm like no. But I do actually appreciate Kubo saying that and making it clear. Because again, imagine like, any creator, any person who makes a story and they constantly buckled against the fandom,
Yeah.
We wouldn't be having the stories that we have now. You know how many people...
Yeah, I remember Rebecca Scher getting death threats over like a particular ship.
I remember that people, and again, you might think this is blasphemous, but it's true. I remember people getting mad at Toriyama Sensei and threatening him because why the fuck did Goku wind up with Chi-Chi? He should have been with Bulma.
I mean, that would make more sense, high key.
In my opinion, I don't think it would, because I'm like, okay, Bulma was way older than Goku, obviously, and whatever. But it's like, again, doesn't make sense. Like, why? Like, just because it's the main character of this thing, that doesn't make sense. Obviously, I don't get why he even got with Chi-Chi, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Even though he kind of didn't know what he was doing, but still, it's like, you don't knock the author. Again, if you want to make your own story, by all means, make your own story. But again, when the fandom tries to, like really hammer it in of like what is acceptable and what is not, and it's just like, wait. But isn't that like isn't that counterintuitive to what it is that we're doing or the premise of the story?
Yeah,
kind of crazy how that all kind of plays out, which is kind of a theme in this episode of Tojima. But again,
shipping gone wrong.
Yeah, it's a lot of canon, a lot of things that are like, wait, what's going on? What's this? But again, I will address a comment or two that I got over this past weekend of people asking, is it true? Yes, Tojima is getting an English dub. Yes. Whether you like it or not, it is.
First episode's already out.
And, some people are like, I don't like Tojima. He sounds like... What did you expect Tojima to sound like? The man's 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's not a young guy, He's not. I don't understand like how they expect him to sound like. But regardless, I'm like, Patrick Seitz is an OG actor from the early 2000s. One of the Valentine brothers in Hellsing. He was Frankie in One Piece. He's done so many shows, so many video games. That the man is pretty much a legend. And the thing was, he actually got into that profession by accident. He was originally an English teacher in high school. He's even said it himself. It's like, I knew a friend who introduced me to some people in LA, and that was during the Bandai years, the Bang Zoom era. So,
man, I miss Bang Zoom.
Genion and all that stuff, So I'm like, he is he is up there.
Yeah. Well, what are we here to talk about? Episode 3 of Tojima Tanzaburo Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. I love the moment when hate turns to love. And
it's a very interesting like title for this, honestly. It really is. Because I'm like, what do you mean by that? Love turns into hate. Okay, yeah. I so had it written down here. So Patrick Seitz, obviously, OG actor, longtime actor. He is gonna be the chicken in that new cockfighting anime or like it's like a chicken that fights kaijin, a rooster. I don't remember what it's called, but it like we all know, we've all seen the chicken mangas running big right now. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, the rooster fighter. He's Kaiji, the rooster. He's also Ichigo's dad in Bleach.
Yep.
He's Jiren. He's Space. No, he wasn't Space Dandy.
I love Space Dandy.
Again, the man has got a credit. He was also Germany in Hatalia.
Yes, the one time when we were actually rooting for the World War II bad guy.
Yeah. Oh my God, how much would have been like? Wait. Why are there so many girls dressing up in German? Wait. Is this pre or post? It's pre. Do they mention it in the manga? They do.
But consider the fact that he's always buddy with
Italy.
Consider the fact that he's always buddy with Italy and Japan specifically.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing that kind of was like, you do realize that you guys are learning history, right? It's like, what do you mean? Look, Germany, Italy, Japan. Did you guys not pay attention?
What do these three countries have in common besides having very beautiful languages?
What is the name of the show? Italia Access.
Yeah. What does that second word mean to you?
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? If you don't know, then seriously, I'm gonna walk away. But again, just because you are German does not mean you're evil. No. But again, we all know that just because it did happen in Germany does not mean that. Oh, like it's kind of like what is happening technically right now. Just because a certain thing is happening doesn't mean everybody is on that side, or not on this side. It's like there was a very large divide.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to hate every Russian I run into just because.
Yeah, the same thing with the Russians. Same thing with the Russians. It's like you think that people from Russia are cool with what's happening or what has happened. No.
Some are, some aren't.
Some are, some aren't. That's just how it is. It all depends on how you look at it. But yeah, so again, Patrick Seitz as Tojima. I say is a perfect casting. We have Colleen Clinkenbeard, the voice of Luffy. Again, talking about My Hero, she's the voice of Momo. The girl with the giant keyhole outfit that can make anything out of her body. That again, she has to know how it works for her to make it. So I'm like, okay, so she's a smarty too. Good for her.
She is smart.
So yeah, and she is gonna be Yuriko in the next episode. So I'm actually excited for this. I'm actually kind of like hyped to see what they do, especially
Don't tell me that the voice of that one student is gonna be played by the guy who plays Mineta.
No. Well, Mineta is voiced by a friend of mine, and it's a woman who is Brina Palencia. But no, it's not Brina. It's not Brina. And again, I will say this about Mineta. Okay, he is a young boy, and obviously the show calls him out. The manga calls him out. It's not like they're just letting him slide. Okay, everyone's calling him out. I'm not saying, and again, we can kind of say the same thing in this episode with this same student. Oh, boys will be boys. That's a bullshit. That's a bullshit.
No, it's not cool. We're absolutely calling him out on this. Yeah, like last episode, we even called out Yuriko on her, like on certain things on her end. Don't get me wrong, like she's the one being advanced on, but it's like
and this episode doesn't stop with the advancements. It really doesn't. So I'm like,
it's like it crossed the line from being hot for teacher to being hot for teacher.
Yeah, I'm like, I've seen this anime before. I've seen this before.
No. I don't even want to think about it. Like
I've seen that before. again, I've been to SumiCon. I have been to Ichi Expo, and I had great times. I was, and you think it's bad. It's like, no, it's actually a very chill place to be. But that's neither here nor there. So yes, the dub is on its way. We haven't gotten a full casting yet. There have been some speculations. I am actually excited to see what they do with this because, again, like I said, we had Futo PI. They didn't dub that. And there were so many people that on the Crunchyroll that were like, yes, we want to dub it, but we don't have the rights to it. We have the right to stream it, but not to, like, why don't you? You got Dynazenon, you got Gridman, you got World Love After World Domination. You got so many Toko properties that you guys dubbed, and yet Futo PI, you can't.
Like, even Digimon, you try to get back at most of the original voice cast. Most, not all. Most.
I mean, I don't. Well, in terms of that, it's like, okay, the voice for Matt, that's an anomaly in and of itself. I don't know. Everyone else is still pretty much available except for Joe's original actor, which was Michael Lindsay, who was also the voice of Kisuke in Bleach. And may he rest in peace. He actually left.
He also played that one kid from Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, the thing was, he left the industry. He knew what was going on, and instead of saying to anyone, he just, well, I'm quitting. I just rather be with family right now. There's some tough times happening, and then we get the news back in like 2012, 2013. And again, it's like, that's why, you give respect to Michael Lindsay and what he did. It's like, he didn't want to tell anyone, and how so many actors and actresses, both in California and Texas, were like bawling their eyes out because he was such a great guy. And it's just like, no, he knew, and he would rather have, spent his time with his fam than, and you got to respect that. It's the same thing with any actor.
Rick Moranis basically retired from acting for like a good decade because he wanted to spend his wife's last moments with her.
And supposedly the Moranis is coming back in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Well, he already did in that one episode of the Goldbergs. That was his first return to.
Yeah, but I mean, like, no joke. I have seen the Goldbergs, but I'm like, the fact that he's returning to a role that solidified him. Imagine they tried to do Little Giants or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids again, and they bring him back. That's the thing that's going to be like, what? But now you got Darth Helmet is coming back, and it's Rick Moranis. All right, I'm down. Fuck Star Wars. I'm down for Spaceballs, but either or. Enough of. Well, no, we got to go from one fandom to another, because. So, I got some questions to ask about this episode. Me and you both know we've been through the trenches.
Yeah, all 98 of them.
We have trench foot. We've gone through the massive all of diseases. And the fatigue of battle,
and the squirrels and skunks and seahorses.
Yeah, damn squirrels, goddamn squirrels. But we left off last week that a man with a scar under his eye had transformed into a shocker combatant.
Everyone's doing the Musk. Everyone's doing the Musk.
Here's the thing about this. In the original show, we didn't get these guys until, like, I believe, like, episode 14 or 15.
Like during the Ichimonji era, yeah.
So, in the first episode, we actually got to see the real combatants of Shocker. They had their faces painted. They had, like, and again, keep that face paint pin
in mind.
Keep it pinned, because it's going to make sense later. And then after the whole thing with Hongo happened and then Ichimonji took over, we got these guys with the with the lucha libre mask and the wrestling belt. You know, they kind of look like wrestlers. Okay,
I'm surprised that the one guy was like, but we're Shocker too. Well, we're trying to like terrorize the world. What makes you any different from the rest of us? And then the Shocker combatant's like, I'm not wearing a ski mask.
Yeah, that would have been a good line, but sadly no. So we are outside the convenience store. And of course, we have Tojima and we have Yuriko arguing back and forth about, like what's going on and what's happening. Yuriko, again, strips down to put on her outfit, her battle skirt. And I'm like,
why can't you wear it underneath her actual clothes?
Well, there's a lot of clothes to layer on, honestly. But again,
didn't stop Superman.
I mean,
stop Virgil Hawkins.
Didn't
stop Peter Parker.
There are options to like change, darling. I know we're doing it for the fan service, and I'm a man who does love his fan service. All right, don't get me wrong, but there is a time and a place here, especially with this show. But we see the three thugs that we have dealt with for the past 2 episodes literally get stomped out of the store. And they are like, they're the whole, like, the wide eyes and the foam in the mouth. I'm like, wait, what? What happened? What? Mm-hmm. Who did this? And I'm like, there's got to be someone else in there besides the Shocker combatant. No, it was the Shocker grunt. Now, again, to me, this is no pun intended. It is a shocker because wait, you did that? You, the guy, this lucha libre wannabe, you took out these 3, and they're on death's door right now.
So I feel like this recontextualizes certain things in the original TV show.
Yeah, no, because again, I know people are like, why are you acting so surprised that he did that? Because the grunts never did that.
Yeah, have you not watched the show? The original show.
The grunts, here's the thing I put it to. It's kind of like that first episode of Power Rangers when the kids said fuck you to Zordon and walked away, and then they got assaulted by the putties.
And only that one time the putties were actually being a threat.
One time. I don't care about any super putties they made, or the different colored putties, or the Z putties, which were a vast inferior to the originals.
Well, there's actually I have some fan headcanon about that. I still say that I prefer the Rita putties. But I could actually explain the Z putties a little bit.
No fans.
I don't agree with the Z putties, just to be clear.
That is stupid.
It is stupid.
It is stupid because it's like these are supposed to be the upgrade, and there's a big fucking circle. If you punch it, then they blow apart. I'm like, and you're calling her inferior, you Darth Vader wannabe?
Grill face.
You freaking grilled burger? Really? Look, I respect Zed. I do. The man did his job, and even rest in peace, the late great Robert Axelrod, who I did personally know, the voice of Lord Zed and Finster.
Same.
He actually confirmed with me, and he took photos and showed me that his performance of like with the Shocker combatants, his first 5-episode performance actually caused the studio of Fox to buckle and cave in, because they got at least what he said was 20 U.S. Postal Service carts full of mail in bags of parents pissed off of what they were doing with the show because of the character of Zed. And he said
in Australia, it was canceled because of the word morphin.
he took that as a badge of honor. It's like, well, that's what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the bad guy. Kids aren't supposed to cheer for me. They're supposed to be scared of me. They're supposed to have nightmares about me. You don't dream about being Cobra Commander or being Megatron or Skeletor. You want to be He-Man. You want to be Optimus. You want to be G.I. Joe. You want to be a Power Ranger, not Zed. But I'm like, still. That's the point that I make with the Shocker combatant, because I'm like, again, in the original show, these guys were just body bags. Even Hongo and Ichimonji in their base form without transformation took them out like flies. They were just
this recontextualizes certain things because this episode recontextualized the original show, because maybe they were just body bags compared to the Kamen Riders. Like, if you compare them to like a regular like people, they might actually be superhuman. And it just so happens that wait, let me finish. And the Riders just happen to be that much more superhuman that compared to the Riders, which we are using them as a frame of reference. Of course, the combatants are going to be punching bags. Of course, this argument goes completely out the window when you remember the fact that Taki and Tachibana held their own against Shocker combatants themselves.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, in the original show, there were actual people that helped out the Kamen Rider. That's, again, that they haven't referenced it yet in this show, which is the Tachibana Motor Club. And
Mari, Yuri, Michi, and unfortunately, I have to also include Emi, Yuka, Toko, Yoko, and Choco.
Yeah, and of course,
I remember all of their names. Oh, and let's not forget Goro and the two founding members of the Kamen Rider Kids Club.
I am still upset that Goro was not the founding member of the Kamen Rider Kids Corps. Like, Goro,
but good for the fat kid for hooking up with the token female scout member and then giving birth to his childhood best friend.
Yeah. But yeah, see, the thing is that, again, Shocker, well, again, that's why I say, like, if you're gonna watch the original series, watch the original 13, watch the Ichimonji up to 50, and then skip all the way to the last, like, 5 or 8 episodes of the series, and that's all you need to know. The thing is that in the original series, they said that every single person that worked for Shocker is modified. They are enhanced humans. The fact of the matter is that they sought out the best to go beyond the modifications. So if you were like a fit man or woman, you could be a combatant, as we're calling them. They are combatants. You're the grunt. You're the jarhead. You're the meathead of the. You're literally the robotic Foot Clan from the 80s Ninja Turtles. You're easily disposable, but you are modified. You are more enhanced compared to the Kaijin, which can become human, but also have a mutant beast form that they can transform into, which is more powerful.
Or fungus.
Hence why the Kamen Rider is one of those. The Kamen Rider is a Kaijin, but he actually escaped before they could finish the process. So the fact that I am seeing the grunt here, a foot soldier, a pawn basically, and he completely just utterly killed these guys. And then obviously here we have our Yakuza boss guy doing a Tojima in his mouth, like just bawling his eyes out because he cannot believe for the life of him that Shocker actually exists. Like, it was a TV show, and here it is. Here he stands because he saw it with his own eyes that this guy transformed in front of him to become this. He gets on his knees and gives the same bullshit that he's been saying for the past 2 episodes, that Shocker inspired him to be a gang member, only to get the foot up his ass.
Yeah.
And get
he got shuriken so hard his head went through the ceiling.
Yeah, he stuck up there like a pencil in fifth period math class. He's just dangling from the roof.
Like he was like basically he was a pencil, and the ceiling of the convenience store was that one bodyguard's forehead. Yeah. See a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Oh yeah. And again, my jaw's to the floor. Whoa, hold on a minute. You did that. You did that. Okay, where were these guys in the original show? What are even these guys? Like, seriously. But
this is what Geldom wishes they were.
Yeah, what the hell was that towards the end of the original series? Like, that's what they wish they were. But yeah, Tojima and Yuriko are there in cosplay because let's give it a fact, okay? The Kamen Riders are able to transform just like this guy did. But in this case, and again, some people have commented to me saying like, well, he is no. Okay, no. The Kamen Rider is a TV show. It's fiction. That's like saying that there is a real Batman or a real Superman. It's fiction. How this is happening right now, we don't know what's going on. But it's a confirmation that Shocker does exist. So, is Tojima a Kamen Rider? No. He
wants to be one, but he isn't.
Is Yuriko? Well, Yuriko, Human Tackle, was never a Kamen Rider. They never really gave her the honor of being called a Kamen Rider.
But she's paying homage to her regardless.
Honorary, she gets from Toei, but officially, no. She's just, just another helper for the Kamen Rider. But none of them are the characters that they're portraying. Tojima is not Hongo. He's not Ichimonji. Yuriko is not the original Yuriko from the show. She's just named after her. These are basic human beings of very good athletic builds. Because, well, of course, Tojima starts bawling his eyes out, realizing that Shocker is actually real. And I'm like, I swear to God, if you tell them to take you to make you a cyborg, I swear to God. But no,
he
actually remembers.
I'm just mentally imagining like if there was like a Japanese version of Big Bang Theory, and like you'd have wait, and it's like the main characters are hanging out with Linda Yamamoto in a confined space, and like she's like. Human Tackle. I fought Shocker, and I did not need a fancy costume to fight them.
Oh yeah. No, Linda Yamato was just all woman taking on Shocker. Again, a woman, but a very athletic woman took on these guys who we just saw do what he did, and it's like again, just a basic human, not genetic. Again, and these guys are apparently juiced. I don't know what someone is taking liberties with these characters for real. But regardless, we do have a throwdown with the Shocker combatant. And he actually is like shocked, no pun intended, that basic humans are giving him actually a hard time.
Oh, and by the way, that one guy who's live streaming earlier. Let's just say, how do you feel about bubble baths?
He got picked off. We don't know what happened to him. He kind of just disappeared. So there's another person.
How familiar are you with the Little Mermaid anime from the 1970s?
How are you with the original? He
basically became the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. See, the thing is, back in the original show, whenever a combatant or whenever a kaijin was defeated, they used two different effects before the explosions that were more prevalent, that like later on. You would either, if you died, your body would turn into foam, like literal bubbles, and then just disappear. Or you would turn into a string of pearls and just get pulled away. And yeah, because so the combatant gets beaten by Yuriko and by Tojima, getting the human wave tackle toss and a rider kick. And obviously the guy's out. I'm like, that in and of itself is impressive. But we see Mr. Beast over here fall over and turn into foam. I guess his prince didn't love him.
Mm-hmm.
Serves the damn mermaid right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we see another gentleman, blonde-haired, saying like, that is really impressive. Regular people took out a combatant. That shouldn't be possible. What do you mean? What show are you referencing? I can imagine if it's an Orphanok, a Golem, a Worm, a Greed, a Yami,
Stern Grongi,
an Invis, hell, even the Smash. You're right. I forgot about the Smash, right? Yeah, well, I forgot about him too. So it's like, wait, I can understand that, but I'm like, yeah, well, I am surprised that again, this guy did the damage that he did. But this young man opens his mouth, and just like out of a Cronenberg movie,
or at least Kamen Rider the prologue.
I would say maybe in the movie The Predator, when Arnold finally had a one-on-one with the thing, and he took off his mask and he goes, mandibles and all that stuff come out of his mouth.
You are one ugly mother.
Yeah, no, he said it. He actually said it. I don't know why in most televised they don't. I'm like, come on, guys, we know what he said. Anyway, out shoots a poison dart into the body of the combatant. He turns into foam, disappears, and this guy again, purple mist, the ambiance of like this is a final boss. No, this is a kaijin. What? Yeah, this is the upgrade. What I'm talking about again that. You have juiced up, roided up shocker combatants, and then you have the Seeker of the Ooze rejects. You get your Baxter Stockmans and your Rat Kings out of this crap. Because we don't know we know who it is, but we can't tell you who it is. We know. But for copyright reasons, we can't say it because we don't know what they're calling him in this one. But yeah, he walks away with a silk thread wrapped around him and he disappears. Cue our opening theme song. And then we go to Denny's, as one does. Now, Joe, Denny's in Japan is a lot different than Denny's in America. Holy crap.
A lot of KFC in Japan is a Christmas hallmark.
I actually was when I was there in October, November years ago, I actually did have a chance to just be like, I know, but just because I'm not going to be here for December, I have to just do it. I indulged in some KFC, and it did make me miss home. I'll tell you, you can talk all you want about traveling to Japan and everything. You miss home. I did. I was like, man, I know surprisingly, there's a Taco Bell right there, but it's not my Taco Bell. There's a McDonald's over there, and don't get me wrong, it's delicious. It's crazy, but I'm like, it's not mine. I miss home. I miss little Spanish Mexican grandmothers making me tacos al pastor at like 2 a.m. I know there's an udon cart over there and a takoyaki vendor, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Oh, memories, withdrawals. I tell you, you don't realize how much you miss home until you're gone for a while. It's like, wow. Don't get me wrong. I love my taiyakis and Pico sweats and all that stuff, but I'm like, wow. There are times that I just want American food, as bad as that sounds. I miss it. I miss it so much. But I'm here in America now. I yearn for the street foods of Japan and for Japanese Denny's of all things. Who the hell could you get a Salisbury steak with salmon roe and salmon eggs at 2 a.m? I kid you not.
And have it not taste like garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my God, the food is so like, really? Oh God, and like, oh my eggs aren't fucking undercooked or overcooked. Sheesh. But anyway, yeah, we go to a coffee shop, and obviously, I'm like, did you guys just walk off the street like that? Did you change? Did you take off the mat? No, you walked in, and I guess the manager of the place was kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, we'll give you this booth over here. And of course, the two exchange information about, who they are, introducing themselves finally. And we get the whole thing about like, wait, so you saw what I saw, right? Yeah. Again, we had seen the crimes being committed, but not by actual Shocker. But now we just saw what we just saw, right? It's like, yeah. Well, what are we gonna do? Well, we're I'm the Kamen Rider. I have to. I'm like, no, you're not. You're just a guy in a mask. Like, why are you pretending so hard? And this is Yuriko talking. And I'm like, darling, do you want to be the kettle or do you want to be the cauldron?
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm like, you are no different. The only thing is that you actually spent time and money on making your outfit, and it's not even like a proper homage to the character of Human Tackle. This is more like the Spirit Halloween sexy version of Human Tackle. No disrespect to the outfit. I mean, obviously you are aware of yourself, and bless you for sharing that with the world, but yeah, I don't think Toye would be cool with this. Anyway, so they start recapping about what we just saw. Like, yes. So you're confirming that that not only do Shocker combatants exist, but we also have Kaijin, which are the upgrades to the combatants. And that's a universal term that we use because Kaijins are human-sized monsters. And like basic monsters, your Bigfoots, your werewolves, your Frankensteinian creatures, those are all Kaijins. When you get to like Godzilla level, when you get to that size, that's a kaiju.
Yeah.
So we're confirming that this all happened. So wait, what? How is that possible? Is the Kamen Rider is a show in this world? It's in our reality. What's going on? What do you mean that there are monsters and people like this, and the organization actually exists? Is there some type of like third wall? Is there breaking the fourth wall of reality and fantasy that's happening here? Or is it just like, no, it's always existed, we just have never really talked about? Or it's like it was brought up as like fantasy to only be, no, it's true. It's true. This does exist. Kind of think of it like the Men in Black. Mm-hmm. But we get interrupted by the manager with a coffee pot.
Yeah. And who is this guy? We don't know yet, but apparently when he was a little kid, he had a shady neighbor that looked honestly weirdly similar to Ichimonji.
Well, no, he looked like Ichimonji, but he also looked like the guy that stood up the convenience store. Like they had that same look at them, like it's like they're there, but they're not. Like they're so monotone. They're so like if nothing of life is anything good for them. And we actually do get a name for this kid. It's God Almighty. I hate that I butcher these names sometimes. It's Matsushiba Shimimura. Mm-hmm. I think I said that right. And he's the manager of this place. But yes, he does actually tell the story of like he as a kid has been trying to prove that Shocker does exist, and he has seen it as a child. So it's kind of like those I've seen Bigfoot, I believe in the Loch Ness monster. I'm not doubting such people, But it's kind of along those lines where one person believes him and is all super excited, while the other one is like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
And he actually does have a monologue. He even says that if he were to say it, or to put it down in paper, it would probably be a 5 to 6 book novella. Talking about it, it would be about maybe 3 or so hours in conversation. And well, one of our people is excited. You can take a guess who that is. While another one is kind of like,
oh geez,
like, oh god, you ever been in those moments where it's like, yeah, you're a fan, but then there are those that are like that. This guy's really a fan. I'm like, dude, we've all been there. We've all been there where they're just the one that just keeps on going. And yeah, so we do get a quick backstory about our young friend here, that he grew up in the country, and there was a house that was always full of plants, like overgrown, pretty much. Like, does anyone even live in this house? But it produced fruits and vegetables of very good quality,
especially tomatoes and persimmons.
I don't know what soil is grown. It was used in this side of the country, but goddamn, this food, even the eggplants, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the watermelon. I was like, okay, now I want watermelon. Now I'm hankering for some watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
I've not had persimmons. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of eating persimmons.
I've had persimmons. It's actually a distant relative of the tomato family.
So it's it's a tomato, but not a tomato.
Yeah. It how to explain it? Imagine if you bit into a tomato, like texture wise, you bit into a tomato, but had the flavor of a peach and the texture of an apricot.
So again, I know we touched this on our Gaim review, that tomatoes are not vegetables. There's no such thing as vegetables. All tomatoes are fruits. They're berries. They are related to the blueberry. So it's like, yeah, what you're eating, your salsas, your spicy Mexican sauces, that's pretty much just jam.
Peppers are also fruits.
Peppers are also fruits. So when you're eating a sandwich, you're eating your sandwich with a lettuce leaf. It's a leaf, not with vegetables. It's a fruit.
Well, the lettuce is not a fruit.
Lettuce is not a fruit. It is a leaf. It is a leaf. It is a leafy, well, I guess vegetable in this case. I forget what the actual term of it is, but it's like, yeah, when people say I don't like tomatoes, yeah, you're just saying you don't like fruit. You don't like this certain fruit. And granted, I get it. I understand it. But we have this guy, very, very dead in the face type of man. But he seems to be a kind man, because he gives the kids, it's this young guy, this young blonde guy, and apparently his older brother. One's a blonde, one's a dark-haired, I guess, brunette. But
who kind of looks like Skullman.
I'm like, well, okay. Well, not siblings don't necessarily have to be identical. There are some features that you do see, but every day that they come by, the man gives them fruits and vegetables. Well, fruit basically. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Hell, the guy even has loofahs growing in his. He's got an entire jungle's worth of produce in his house, to the point that I'm guessing the city council is like, yeah, we need you to clean up the place. We need you to and again,
we need to gentrify this place.
It's granted. I mean, it is kind of overgrown, but I never understood that. With again, the man is a gardener. The man is bringing life to this, and yet you people want to just destroy it. You people want to just make it seem like everything else, just plain cement beige bullshit. Like, what? It makes no sense to me. Leave the guy alone. Let him garden. Hell, he wants to sell his fruits and everything. He could open a stand and help the people out if you want. But no, damn assholes are all about like, no, your neighbor's complaining and this and that. Well, go fuck yourself, because there's no one next door to him. There's his house. There's an empty space, and the house is like, I say, like maybe a couple blocks down. So what's the complaint? Either or, it's like, you know what? Fuck this. This guy, this random guy who we don't know his name. You say he looks like Ichimonji from the original Kamen Rider show. He gets hassled by some thugs. I don't want to say they're Yakuza, but they kind of do look like stereotypical thugs of the Yakuza. I don't know. But he offers them persimmons. He offers them the persimmons. He offers them to, like, hey, you know, this and that. And they take it. They take it, they eat it, they enjoy it, but then they still beat him up, and they still say, like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Your neighbor, the people that were complaining, paid these guys to come and, like, hassle and hag and get you out.
Yeah. But then he turns into a shocker operative and kicks their butts.
Neighbor, who is this guy that is like, again?
Well, don't you know? It's Archimendel from Kamen Rider O's. Like, he's been snooping too much. His wife wants him to keep snooping. He wants to be the only gardener in the neighborhood so he can make an army of Jimoto. But he can't do that with those tomatoes growing everywhere.
Those goddamn HOAs. Fuck those people. But yeah, so after the supposed beatdown that they give this guy, he winds up saying that I'm gonna, like, because again, they say that your neighbor told us to come and, you know, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Out of nowhere, this guy just looks at them and says, I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to, like, you know, this, like, well, yeah, but if you like to, I was like, now I'm gonna have to burn the place. I'm gonna have to set it all on fire. I'm like, what? And he transforms into a shocker combatant. He beats up the guys. He totally wrecks them to the point that it's like, okay, wait. So let me ask this question. Did the neighbor know? Or, you know, I could get into the historical things about, like, you know, people, Nazis relocating and trying to live peaceful lives. But we're trying to get through this. Just look up any documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In the words of Michael Fassbender, tailors and pig farmers.
Yeah, pretty much. The guy goes into his house as the combatant, burns the place. The place goes up in flames. The whole place.
And the two kids witness it. So they became his life mission to prove that Shocker exists. And he tells Tojima, Shocker is among us. They're everywhere.
It's the coffee shop owner's, like, goal to prove that Shocker does exist. And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, you're giving us these examples when you were a kid, and then this happened tonight. So what's going on? You're telling me that the show was actually real? Possibly. Yeah. And then we cut to a whole thing of Tojima being, again, you know, when he was a kid, he was pretty chill. But asking Yuriko for her contact information just to keep in the loop of what's going on, because technically now they are teaming up to take this on. I'm like,
he's such a doofus about it.
He's such a dork. I'm like, well, you know, talking to women can be frightening, and I will say to that, you know, but I don't think she would have said no. You guys kind of already hit it off that you know, but
as friends, Yugi.
Yeah, but we did miss out on one part as the coffee shop owner, like, you know, told the story. We do see a young girl in pigtails come up, and she's an employee of the shop. telling her boss, like, obviously, well, that's not allowed. You can't, like, we got to get back to work. And turns out that this is the manager. Come on. But turns out this is his girlfriend. This cutie over here is actually his girlfriend. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Not really a good thing to have your girlfriend.
So tell me, do you love me? Yes. Okay, then I forgive you for spending all that time with Yuriko.
He wasn't even looking at Yuriko. He was talking to Tojima. Yuriko wanted to bail. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Now, he only said Yuriko so he could make eye contact with Tojima.
Yeah, so obviously, this cutie little, I don't want to say goth girl because I don't, just because you have black hair doesn't mean you're a goth.
And pigtails doesn't mean you're a goth.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're a goth. No, I know
Abby bangs doesn't mean you're a goth.
I know Abby from NCIS made that a thing, but I'm like, no, that doesn't qualify. Yeah, but the vibes that she's giving off is kind of twisted, and more twisted than a twisted tea, because I'm like, what is she scheming? What is going on here? Let's cut to the next day back at school. Obviously,
okay, this is the most frustrating part of the episode.
You know what? I give the kid a pass, but very, very small pass. We were all there at one point, boys and girls looking at our teachers. Again, I never had super attractive teachers in my life. I usually saw like celebrities or, like swimsuit models, and there you go, but never a teacher.
Okay, so last episode I rebuked her, Yuriko, for not affirmatively shutting it down.
Yeah.
Because and this isn't like a men versus women thing. This is a professional adult versus child thing. Like, you as the adult have to shut it down, keep your relationship professional. But with that in mind, if it was just an innocent schoolboy crush, it's like, it's like he's misguided.
He's over sexualizing it, obviously.
Yeah. But now he's taking it way further than he needed to. Like, it's like to the point that he's fantasizing about blackmailing her, about outing her. It's like, okay, now it's not an innocent schoolboy crush. You're being maliciously sexual towards your teacher.
Not to mention, I'm like, guy, did you not see what she did? Like, I kind of take that scene from I want to say it was the Dark Knight, where the guy found out who Batman was, and he goes to Lucius Fox, and Lucius says to him, "So you figured it out, supposedly, and your idea now is to threaten someone who could easily get rid of you like that?
Good talk.
Good luck." No, seriously, good luck. I'm like, what? Did you not see what she did? I would love to see you try to like get yourself a little a reach around and a kiss on the cheek from her, doing what you're thinking about doing. No, you're dead.
No, she's gonna. Oh yeah, no, she's gonna wrap her arms around him, but not for the reason he wants to. She's gonna.
There those videos of girls taking watermelons and all that stuff, and like that is very, very interesting. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's not an easy thing to do, but it's to show you got good muscles and good strength. Yuriko can do that a million times worse. So good luck, you little boy. But let us keep going. So
he sneaks into the gymnasium because that's where he had his fantasy. And just so happens, Yuriko was also in the gymnasium inside the storage room. But she's talking to someone else. Another student, a female student, one with glasses and a pigtails, who's pressing her body against her. Against my Yuriko, about to plan a wed one, not in her life.
He looks like my ex-girlfriend from like sophomore year of high school, like legitimately. I won't go into details, but I'm like, all right. But it is kind of inappropriate, but I do feel the undertone that she's giving. She's pressing herself to Yuriko. She's being like kind of sultry, but I know there's a knife. there is something she's gonna strike. She's like, who is this student? What's going on? Like,
turns out it's the girlfriend from the cafe earlier, and it's like, it's like, I don't want you anywhere near my sweet.
You stay away from my man, okay?
It's like, I'm not interested in your man. You can keep him. I'm like, good, because anytime he looks at another woman, he only it's the only time he ever sees her. Do you know why? Because it's very ironic that he keeps looking for Shocker, but as it turns out, one of its operatives was under his nose the whole time. For you see, do the musk, do the musk.
Yeah, she basically admits that any girl that gets close to him, she kicks their asses, and take that to a level of degree of what you think. But yes, she admits that she is a Shocker combatant. And again,
like a classy first 13 episode combatant.
This is what I mean. This is the original Shocker grunt look. The face paint and all that. Obviously, she's taking it more with dyeing her hair, but this is what the combatants before the level type took over. This is what they originally looked like.
And the females had very different uniforms from the male ones.
I don't remember females though. I don't recall seeing any ladies being combatants.
They were like, remember, like they had those. They were dressed up like they were Rockettes. With the fishnets on their legs.
I'm gonna have to look
and they had those red ribbons.
I'm gonna have to look back on that, but yeah, we finally get another Shocker grunt, classic old school Gen 1 look, and then we cut to credits. What? You leave us on that? Okay, I'm gonna come back next week, and you better pay off than what they gave us with Zets in that episode.
Oh, jeez.
You want to hear my feelings about that? Go watch that episode review.
See it right here.
Oh, yeah. But they were only there for like a bit, though. The thing is that what's her face in this show? Again, we don't even know her name. Or we do, we just don't freaking haven't noticed it, is that she has like the belt and what she's not wearing like a ribbon or anything. It's like a belt. She has the actual Shocker belt that the men wear. I mean, she's got the one piece kind of suit with the gloves and the fishnets, but I mean, I was like, I have not seen this before. That's why I was like, oh, okay. But now we must wait for next week to see what happens and what will become of Yuriko, because now she is stuck in this closet with a combatant. And again, she was only able to take out the original one with the help of Tojima. Can she withstand or take out this one?
So my guess is what's his name will become Rider Man, because we do see him become Rider Man in the opening theme song. And maybe her love for him will overpower her hatred of humanity and she's gonna become a good guy. I don't know.
It does happen. It has happened many a times, and that was my thoughts on it. But of course, it's like, so wait, but you do love him, though. You do love this guy, so I don't know. I mean, this is a misunderstanding, obviously, but we're gonna have to wait and find out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it for this episode. Again, not a lot of action. There's a lot of talking, but we did get some that this has not just been an isolated incident. It's been happening.
Yeah, it's been happening for 20 years.
So is it the fact that this is actually true, that there might even be a Kamen Rider in this world, in our reality? Don't know.
Well, I give it an 8 because
it's solid. It's solid because
it's a solid episode. Yeah,
we're building on this world. We're building on the world that is like, yeah, fantasy and reality are mixing together. And of course, as they say, some fantasy is based off of some reality. So we'll see what happens. This is actually very strange, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, let's find out more because Samurai Flamenco had some great ideas, and I hope they improve
some
upon
good ideas. But holy crap, what was that about?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't become Rider Man this episode. I mean, look, sometimes we need to wait a few episodes before we get Kuga Pegasus or Agito Storm or
we need to set it up. It can't just happen. I mean, Tojima, yes, but we saw Tojima's story. That's why we're like, was it surprising what towards the ending? Mm-hmm. No. We saw Yuriko's story. Is it surprising what she did at the end of her episode? No. So
it's like this. It's like maybe Rider Man will show up in episode 4, but V3 is probably we're gonna have to wait for it to like episode 10, maybe.
That's his brother, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's his brother.
But again, building up to it.
Yeah, we're building up. Obviously, we'll see where this goes because we do have some material to go off of.
Yeah. So is the Shocker girlfriend going babyface turn to keep her Shocker outfit? I hope. Well, I mean, the theme intro does make it look like she'll babyface turn, but the thing is, it's like I don't want her to keep that Shocker outfit if she does become a good guy. Because it's like, imagine like you have a team of superheroes. You got Hellboy, Abe Sapien, Blair, that one FBI agent. And then that Nazi dude with the tonfas for no reason.
Well, I don't know. We'll see because we have seen that past bad guys have been able to again look at the Orphanox. Like Kiba and Yuka and all of them. Like regardless, they were still on Faiza's side, even if they didn't know it was Five. Like they were still they still protected him only until they realized, yeah. But did they get armors? Did they get no? They were still them. So I don't know. It would be nice if she got a different look afterwards. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
All right, that's it for the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos. We got Ultraman Omega, number 1 Sentai Gojuju. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider Zets. And we're finishing off Kamen Rider O's this week with the 10th anniversary film. But you know what that means.
Get your tissues ready and get ready for the wheel.
Yep, everyone loves the wheel. Everyone stays and comes and goes for the wheel. The wheels keep on rolling. Also check out our PMC interviews. All 55 of them are available on our YouTube channel. Also check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss all things movies and TV shows. And we'll be posting some interviews and vlogs later this week, so stick around for that. Our most recent interview was with Rina Romano, who played not only Spider-Man from Spider-Man Unlimited, but also Green Goblin from the same series, as well as the Batman. Like how many people could say they were both Spider-Man and Green Goblin? How many people could say they're both Batman and Spider-Man?
And Batman, of all things.
Yeah. With that in mind, also check out our personal content. We're both on Instagram. Sin Prince, Boken_Kabuto. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Pasadena Convention Center on January 25th for Pasadena Comic Con and August 28th through the 30th for Power Morphicon. One more time, we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week and have a good one. Peace out, brother.
Good night, guys.